Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me talking about a board game, and today I'm going to be going through unboxing of the Corpse of Discovery. And oh my gosh, my chair. I don't know why my chair is so squeaky. Listen to that. That's shameful. Alright, I think I just need to address that later. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and unbox this game. So let me go ahead and get our music back in the background started here. That's the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Got some sounds going in the background. Let me turn it up a little bit. There we go. Sure. See if that does cool things for us. And yes, so we're going to go ahead and unbox this game. So I want to go in by saying that I know nothing about this game. I have no understanding about this game. I have no understanding of the series. I can't even say vaguely familiar. I am mildly familiar with the fact that the Corpse of Discovery is a comic book series, a game set in the Manifest Destiny. I don't know what the name of the comic is. Actually, let me look it up. I have my computer right here. Might as well be informed, right? Discovery comic. And how this came to be. Oh, there's a designer diary. Nice. So it says, John Bell from Buffalo Games asked me to be partner in crime for the law design. I'm just gonna call. And I want to see comic. What's the comic book? Yeah, Manifest Destiny. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, there we go. Yeah, it says the game set in the Manifest Destiny. Or sorry, game set in the world of Manifest Destiny. So Manifest Destiny is the name of the comic. Okay, cool. I was vaguely familiar with that because I've seen the art before in different places, and I wasn't sure on where that came from. I was like, this looks very familiar. And I will say a few other things too. Is like when I'm a person who likes history, and I'm not super informed on a lot of history, but I'm getting more and more informed, especially when it comes to political history and stuff like that. So the setting for this game original is kind of like, I was like, maybe it's not the kind of thing I want to do, because I read the back of the rule book, or the back of the box here, and it says, take command of Lewis and Clark's core discovery. And at that point I was like, you know what, I don't want to, Lewis and Clark, it's kind of a touchy time. All right, let me keep reading. Of the Discovery Expedition and lead them into a cross-country mission to explore the land. Oh, explore the land. And kill demonic monsters. Now, for those who don't know, I have a lot of very strong political views in this world. I'm not going to inundate you all with them, but I'm just letting you know ahead of time that this, for me initially, I was like, maybe this may not be kind of game theming that I'm super into, but I do like games like PAX Emancipation. I do like games like PAX Transhumanity. I do like games like Freedom and other things like that. So I'm not averse to games that deal with controversial and tough subjects like John Company, stuff like that, or even Molly House. But which all those happen to be from Ion Games or from Michael Worley Games. So shout out to those two for making those games and hitting those themes. More so Ion Games than Phil Eklund, but different conversation. Sorry, getting sidetracked here. Yeah, the theming for this one for me was kind of turning me off a little bit. So I was like, maybe it's not a game I'm into, but it is spooky season at the time that I'm recording this particular video. And you know, in spooky season, everyone wants their spooky board game. And oh, sorry, one second, let me fix my mic here. There we go. My audio should be a little bit louder. In spooky season, people want their spooky games. So this is like a spooky cooperative game that I can play with my group. And I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and get it. I like the artwork. The theme is, you know, although maybe like a question mark here, but the concept of what they did in Manifest Destiny is basically kind of taking it to like the Weird West type style stuff, where instead of just like, oh, hey, we're gonna go find land and things and blah, 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 it's like, hey, we're gonna fight monsters and fight cryptids and stuff. It's like, oh, that sounds fun. Okay, cool, let me try it. So what I'm trying to say is that I had a pretty strong bias going into this game for reasons that are not fully fleshed out or fully logical, so take that however you want. I say fully fleshed out or fully logical because I didn't have a deeper thought outside of, maybe it's not a theme I want to explore. However, once I got over that, I got the game, and here I am, going to open the game, and I'm going to learn how to play this game, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm joking. We'll see if I actually like it. But that's a very long intro, so my apologies for the 5-minute intro talking about my historical background here. But I just want to give full context because this is a game that, like I said, I've seen on my friendly local game store shelf a few times. I was like, do I want to, do I not want to? And I finally got over it. More specifically, I worked up the courage to say, let me just go ahead and power through this and see what they're doing here. And one of the big things about the comic book series is that they do go out of their way to try to be inclusive, have a lot of characters, have a lot of things to make sure that they're being respectful of the history that they're interacting with, which my understanding, again, very new and not familiar with the Manifest Destiny comic book series or even this board game to begin with, just kind of went in this mostly blind, but did some very light research to kind of figure out the theming situation before I dove into it. Doing a lot of things to be respectful of the history, which the history being, you know, exploration of the West, Manifest Destiny, if you will, in the Americas, in the United States, if you know anything about that. Anyway. Okay, now that we got all the disclaimer out, because I feel like it was important for me to say all those, I feel like the only ethical way I can kind of jump into this game, not that I need to do so ethically every single time, I'm going to go ahead and try, I always just clip my nails when I'm opening, you know what, I'm going to use the tiny scissors. Where are my tiny scissors? Oh no. My tiny scissors are on vacation. All right, I will use these random cuticle clippers that are like right here near me for some reason. I'm actually a little sad. I don't have my tiny scissors. Because this has a bigger chance of damaging the box, and I don't want to mess up the box here. Ah, there we go. All right, I got just enough purchase to kind of get it open. And I need to find those tiny scissors because, oh, there they are. Found them. Found them. Perfect. Much better. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So let's go to open up the packaging here, and let's tear into this. Let's tear into this. So this is the main box, and these are 3 of the 4 expansions that they have. I don't know if the 4th expansion, which the 4th expansion is, I have it over here. The 4th expansion is the Fog expansion. I don't know if it's out or if the game store I went to didn't have it. I swear I saw it at my other game store that's local to me. I happen to have 3 game stores that are local. Actually, technically 4, but one is a duplicate store. But I technically have, so I happen to have 3 board game stores that are local to me. So yay me living in the area that I live in. But I think one of them had just the expansions, and one of them had the base game plus some of the expansions. So I got it from where they had the base game plus the expansions. Okay, so opening the box. This box seems pretty empty. I don't know how to feel about that yet. Box seems pretty empty. Right here it says there's oops. It says it just says oops, a game set in the Manifest Destiny world. It says oops, luckily we caught some major errors on some of our maps before the game was shipped to you, but not before it was shrink wrapped. So we've included everything you need to correct the errors on this or in this package. First, maps such and such and such and such in the fauna folder. If you have okay, yeah, sure. This is just more stuff. I actually don't know if this is a Kickstarter version. This might be, because when I got this from my friend local game store, it came with this giant, nice quality coin here, and it came with this extra map. So I think this might be like a Kickstarter bonus. The game store that I got this from, they frequently buy things from Kickstarter for retail. But this coin, I like this coin. This coin's nice. I'll talk more about this a little bit later. But for right now, yeah, this looks like a correction pack, and it mentions the word Kickstarter inside of it, so I'm thinking it's like Kickstarter related. I'm gonna put that to the side for now, and I just want to explore the rest of this box. And wow, we got, okay, I see. I was about to say, wow, we got some pretty serious packaging here. I should probably zoom in so we can see this, because we don't need to see this far out. Let me zoom in here. And let me get my screen. There we go. Focused. That's focused, right? That's good. And I don't know what my numbers are set to, but one moment. That's that. Okay, cool, perfect. That's that. All right. These are things that I normally do before I start recording, but I forgot. So there we go. All right. So these are little packs of cards here. And they are individually sleeved. My response, my reaction was just mostly that these seemed like oh, I see. Okay, these are different types of cards. Or maybe as the thing was saying, because I decided to skip reading all these things. Maybe as the thing was saying, some of these are replacement cards, because this says Destiny on the back right here. And then this says Destiny as well, but this is like a smaller pack. So I'm assuming these are some of the corrections that they printed. Sure. Future me will figure out that. Actually, current me will figure that out, but just not right. Not current me. And there's 3 different decks that say threat on them. And again, I don't know how much of this is like a correction situation and how much of this is maybe this is how they package the game. That's seems like a lot of plastic usage. I'm not one to usually harp on about a board game, you know, wasting a lot of plastic when it comes to printing things or producing things or shipping things. But sometimes it's like, it's a little bit excessive. All right, so continuing on with the box, we have some wooden tokens here, and I do want to get a closer up of these because this looks a little nice. These have numbers 1 through 5 on them, and this is a 1 to 4 player game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 to 4 player game. So I wonder what that's all about. So let me zoom in a little bit closer. Enhance. There we go. So we can kind of see the quality of the pieces. So these look pretty nice. I mean, this is a black on black here, so it's a little bit hard to see. But yeah, these like nice print pieces. They're silk printed, silk screened, I guess is the proper word. So, you know, worries about it rubbing off, but it's not that big of a deal because I think these are just markers for something. I don't know what this is all about, but this is like a little like furniture knob. That's what it feels like, but it's all like solid wood. So there's that. All right, going into what else is in the box. We have this bag of things. Now, one thing I do know about this game is I do know that this game has like a deduction element to it. So it's kind of like playing Search for Planet X or the Search for UAVs, whatever it's called, or the Search for games where you're trying to use the logic puzzle of saying, okay, this is always next to this, and this will never be next to these things, and there's 3 of these always in a row before there's a gap, and these pieces look like they might be used to cover up the board, at least from what the images are showing. Again, I've not seen any playthroughs for this game. I'm just going off my own gaming intuition, if you will, on what's what, and there's nothing else. We're super zoomed in. 1 second, let me give us a little bit more space. There's nothing else in the box except for this stuff, which is a handful of stuff, so let me move this over. And we got our rule book here. Cool, so we'll look at that a little bit more. Okay, well, calm down. All right, so this looks like, I'm assuming these sleeves are like this so you don't spoil the game for yourself. And there's some stuff on the back here so you can write your progress, I'm assuming. And inside of this looks like there's just one, oh, there's a few sheets. Oh, these are paper. These are paper. So I don't want to show too much to spoil it for people who don't want spoilers. But that's like paper in there. So sure. Okay, there we go. All right, so again, I don't know what that's all about yet, but I'm making some assumptions. Training missions here. I do, again, like the artwork. I did mention before that the artwork was one of the things that kind of made me say, you know what? The theme may not be my particular flavor here, but I'm okay with that, you know, or not okay with that. I can overlook that because the artwork looks pretty nice, and it seems like they're trying to do the right thing or do right by the theming. I don't know what words I'm trying to say here. This looks like a sheet that gives you a summary of things, and I'm assuming the rules for how things work. So your goal in fauna is to kill 3 Minotaur. Sure. So this side says fauna, and this side says flora. Maybe this is just a sheet that each player gets. There's only 2 of them. So these are player aids, that's my assumption. And then on this, we have the core discovery, supply board, and I know I said corpse earlier. I don't know if they wanted to be announced corpse, but I know CORPS is core. That's the proper pronunciation for it, allegedly. I say allegedly because military stuff is like the Corps of Marine, or the Corps of Engineers is spelled this way, of engineers. And it's frequently, for persons who are not as familiar or have not encountered that too much, especially from the American military side of things, and maybe for other militaries, but what I'm familiar with is the American military, as a military child myself, that this is core of discovery. So, yeah, core discovery. Anyway, move on over. Oh, consequence. Nice. And then we got some more stuff, and oh, here's a have fatigue penalty. Oh, is that what this is supposed to be? This little mushroom looking token? Where did I put it? Did I put it? There it is. So this is like a little mushroom looking thing, and this says have this no fatigue penalty. Maybe this is like a, I don't know. I'm not going to continue to guess. All right, that's that sheet. Continue on, we got this blank piece of paper. I'm assuming it's just to protect the board. And then we got this nice, thick, chunky cardboard thing. This is real thick with 2 C's. And this is where you insert your sheets. So I'm assuming what they want you to do, and this is, again, no context for how the game is even played. I'm assuming what they want you to do is they want you to put these plugs in first, and then you slot in your sheet into the board, and it gives you some information here about the rules of how things are played, and then you go and try to find the things you need to find. That's my assumption, at least. This looks like a bunch of tokens. So we're gonna do our cardboard drop test that we always do. So we're gonna see if this cardboard die cut is pretty good. I can tell you from holding it already, no, the cardboard die cut is not good. Actually, it's not good enough for it to probably fall out from the drop test. I don't know if that's actually good when it comes to trying to pull out the cardboard, but we'll see. All right, nothing. Nothing, okay, that's a little sad. All right, maybe do that. Nope, still nothing. All right, let's see how hard is it to punch these out. Ooh, this might be rough. All right, these are some relatively thick cardboard pieces, at least thicker than I was anticipating them to be. I don't have a problem with that, but it just means that when punching these out, I do have to be careful. Looks like they're, so here's like, I just kind of pushed that one through, and you can see it's kind of catching there. Let me zoom in here. You can see it's kind of catching, right here, like on the little edges there. And sometimes that can end up like kind of peeling your edges, so it might be a little bit, oh yeah, that's perfect right there. Let me zoom in more. My apologies for zooming in, zooming out, y'all, but I just want to make sure I get the detail that y'all deserve to see. There we go. All right, we'll make that number 3. 1 second. Cool. So yeah, you can see here it's kind of caught, and this is what I mean by like the die cut. If you see my unboxings, you see me unbox videos, you see that, or you hear me talk about, possibly when you punch out things, you might punch it out too eagerly and it might tear a little bit. You can see right here the paper is still attached right there. So if I bend it this way, you see the paper's kind of folding, so the paper's tearing already. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful sometimes, and you see there's just simply angling it correctly, got it to tear properly, but it's still a concern and a worry. Still a concern and a worry. So, okay, all right. So it looks like the die cut is probably not the best. I won't hold it too much against them. Oh man. Okay, maybe not yet, but well, let me go ahead and continue punching out these pieces, and we'll see how I feel here shortly. There's not really much of a specific technique that's guaranteed to work when you're punching out cardboard. Sometimes I like to just punch out the cardboard aggressively, as in like kind of put like a lot of pressure on all the sides. Not like overwhelming pressure, but just enough to like make sure that I'm like assertively ripping out the pieces. And that will hopefully break the paper that's still attached and end up with no rips. You can see here that as I'm doing it, I'm kind of bending it a little bit. I am trying to avoid that because that could sometimes bend into the cardboard. Again, this is all very small, tiny things. I'm just saying all these things because these are things that I wish somebody would have told me when I was unboxing some of my board games in the past, where I'm just like punching out pieces while watching TV or something, and then I just hear like a little paper tear. I was like, oh no, ah. And I think when I was doing my Dead Cells video, I talked about board games where when I punched out pieces, it tore a little bit. I don't really know which board game it was that tore really badly, but it definitely did happen. So there's a little bit more here. All right, we're almost done punching out these pieces, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up as I continue to talk about things relative to the game. So I do know that this is a deduction game, as I mentioned before. I do also know that I can play it solo. There are a few people, forum posts, and again, this is when I was considering buying this the first time before I finally decided to pull the trigger or bite the bullet or whatever you want to say. Man, both of those are gun related, aren't they? Man, America's interesting. I decided to take the plunge, there you go, and purchase this game. And when I did the research the first time around, people were just talking about how because the boards are static, the game might run out of longevity. So one of the things that I have some confidence in from some of the forum posts and some of the responses seem to be that there's enough content within the game that by the time you do circle back around to a scenario that you've done before, yeah, you might have a vague idea of where certain things were, but you won't remember exactly because there's just so much stuff to keep track of, and that makes me feel good. So I'm happy to hear that there's going to be longevity in this game, because I like the idea of a deduction game, especially a cooperative deduction game. It may not be always my cup of tea, but the artwork looks pretty cool, and I have a friend who likes Don't Starve, and this might trigger their Don't Starve likes. Trigger's the wrong word, but it might appeal to, there you go, it might appeal to their like for Don't Starve, so I might be able to convince them to play with me, so we can do a few cooperative games there. But yeah, here's all the little chits and pieces that are inside of this base game thing. I will decide on storage solution stuff here shortly, but it's not right now, because I want to get to the rest of the stuff that's over here. So let me get this zoomed back out, put these over here to the side for now. And, oh, that was everything. Okay, well, never mind. All right, I guess we're figuring out the storage solution stuff now. I did mention that there was an empty box, and that makes me slightly concerned that there's an empty box. It means that there's no like storage component things. Like they gave me a bag. So I guess they expect me to put all the things inside of a single bag. So I'm gonna have cards and bits and pieces just flopping around. I do know some of my friends, some of my board game friends, they do store their pieces, their cardboard tokens back inside of the original. So it stores better, stores easier. I'm not gonna do that because I don't wanna. We got storage solutions, so might as well use them, right? So let me go ahead and take us on a journey across the room as I drop my entire headphone and mic setup here. 1 second. Gotta untrap myself. There we go. All right, hopefully you all can still hear me. Actually, let me check. 1 second. Can you get, yeah, okay, cool. You guys still hear me. Oh, speaking of can you guys still hear me? So I do live stream on Twitch. I am not live streaming currently because I am in the middle of workday, but I do normally live stream on Twitch with my unboxings, reviews, playthroughs, and all that stuff. That's on twitch.tv/CulBlu, that's CULBLU. Feel free to check that out if you would like to see me live stream or join me live. We can chat together and talk about how bad I am at board games live on Twitch. No, I'm joking. Or maybe I'm not joking, I don't know. I'm not the judge of me. Ooh, excuse me. Now also, actually, I was about to say, I'm wondering if I should use the token silo. I think I have a spare one. Oh, I got a few spare ones, perfect. Exactly 2 spare ones. I don't know if a token silo XL will fit in there, so I'm not gonna bother. But I do have a token silo normal. Oh, I lied, let me get the XL. Because the XL has pieces that might fit better for my arrangements. Okay, here we are, we're back. We are so back. All right, so microphone, headphones, cool, all good. So here's my token silo. The small one, the big one, I don't think will fit in the box. Yeah, so it's not gonna fit in the box, so I cannot put this one in there. But I don't think I'll need one that big. The problem with the token silo right now is that it does take up a good bit of space. So there's like a lot of gaps here so when we put stuff. But a lot of these boards, a lot of these folders, if you will, they are basically the size of paper. And because of that, it's going to probably make the box lid lift. So this specifically may not be a good solution. It might be better to just use individual containers, like these ones from Cube for me. So I think these Cube for me ones might work good for this. We'll see, because it just kind of depends on how many pieces I have. Or if I just need a pool of pieces, yeah, a few of these might work. I don't know. We will mix it up. It just depends. And of course, the proverbial question: will I sleeve my cards? The answer is absolutely yes, if I have the opportunity to. I say if I have the opportunity to, mostly because I don't know how handled these cards are. But if they are handled enough, then I will definitely sleeve all these cards. Okay. Welcome to CulBlu's Unboxing, where you see me also do storage solutions in the middle of the video because I have no self-control. All right. And also, depending on how many cards are in here, I might be able to, well, no. I was about to say, I might be able to use a single token silo to hold everything. Because I can use it to hold cards. And that leaves me these little pits here. I don't know. It might be cutting it close. It felt like inside of these expansions, there were cards in there. So this is just a thing that may not work for us. I mean, I wish I hadn't mixed these up so much. All right, I'm going to use these for sure to separate things. Also for those who are watching, if you're looking at this video and you're saying, hey, that token silo looks really cool, how do I get one? You can get these on the internet or at your friendly local game store. This video is not sponsored by GameGenic, I promise. But if you do want to purchase these and you do want to have this particular arrangement, just please know that this particular arrangement is a combination of a few different token silos. So, because I've acquired so many over time. Purchased with my own money, of course, and not sponsored at all. And I'm not saying that because I am sponsored. I promise you, if I were sponsored, I would definitely tell you. And that'll be much appreciated from GameGenic since I donate so much money to them. And I would assume I send business their way. I don't know. That's my own little argument. Is it true? I don't know. Is it not true? Joking. All right. So it looks like these are the pieces that are different from the others. So I'm just trying to separate them by what looks like types here. And why is this one? Okay. And then we'll shuffle all these into the box too. And I don't know what the significance of each symbol is, but sure, let's just toss those in there. All right, there we go. So there's that. These wooden pieces can go in here too. All right, this piece can go in there. This metal coin, a chunky coin, it's not going anywhere in there. And then there's these bits. I feel like these bits might need a giant, oh, that's sad. Oh, here we go, perfect. Yeah, this one. I've already established that this is probably a bad idea, and I continue to do the bad idea as I go, so. We'll see. Will I regret my decision? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, so for the base game, these are all the things here. I guess I can be less generous with my storage and just do this number, because these look, I mean, there's a few of each of these. And I need a big enough space to fit cards, so I think that should work. It will not fit sleeved cards this way, but it should work for now. Yeah, for sure. That's this will be a tight fit even for just the base game, because I for sure am going to sleeve everything. So that's unfortunate. Oh, what was that sound? That was Discord. Okay. And these bits. That will work. Once I take this out of their things, I mean, once I sleeve them, it's going to be a tight fit anyway, so probably not. All right, sure. Enough playing with Legos here. Let's move on to the next expansion. And we'll put this away. All right, so moving on to, will it fit back in the box with all the things I just did? Let's see, my favorite game. We can put these at the bottom, and the thick board down here for sure at the bottom. Like that, and then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Oh, wrong one. This. And then we'll do these. I don't think I need this anymore. Punch board. Actually, let me double check. Make sure I got everything. Yep, got everything. And yeah, it looks like it fits. Here's the errata. Looks like it fits. So no box lift there. I, of course, cannot use that as a sustainable storage solution, because I will be storing all of this inside of the same box. Anytime I get a chance to store all of the game inside of the same base box, I will definitely try. So I can keep everything in one spot. All right. So these creatures here came with this one, this expansion, I'm assuming. Okay, so that was the base game. Let's go and put that to the side and let's open up the next one. This is a sheet. I think this is like a Kickstarter bonus that I think came with. Again, I don't know if I'm spoiling things or this is errata, so my apologies. This is just was taped onto my box, along with this giant gold coin, which this giant gold coin is pretty nice. I'm just gonna zoom in real close so you can kind of see and appreciate the niceness of this coin. But like it says Core of Discovery, and then it has like this, I'm assuming the skull of a Cyclops is on it, and it's a nice thickness, and oh, it's chipping a little bit. That's unfortunate. But it feels good. It feels like one of those like giant over processed coins that you get for scratching lottery tickets or something like that. And it feels really good. It's nice and shiny. Has a really good weight to it. Of course I can't convey how good the weight feels over camera outside of just putting it on a scale and weighing it. But even then I wouldn't have enough context to give you guys. But it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good in the hand, and I don't know what it's needed for, but I'm glad I have it. If anything, I bought this game for the gold coin. Right, so that was taped onto the box as well when I got at my game store. Let me go and open up this, and I'll put this in the base game box later. But for right now, we're just gonna open it. Hold up, obnoxious to open that. And these feel like sheets of paper. Yeah, they are very much sheets of paper. And these are just different maps. Again, I don't know if these are errata fixes or something like that. There's some stuff. Let me get the board out, and we'll see if we can set up. See if we can set up the game the way it will look. I am very curious to see how this goes. Again, I know this is an unboxing, and I have the focus of a 3-year-old here, a goldfish, I'd say, not a 3-year-old. But this is what we're doing. So these pieces go here, and these fit nicely. They don't fit snugly, like they're not in there tight, because you can see this got some wiggle in there, but they fit well enough for what you're doing here. So I do appreciate that. So I do like that. What I kind of don't like is the fact that there's like a nice background here, and these are just kind of sitting over and not blending into the background. I mean, I guess it's a give and take, because otherwise you'd be looking for the specific piece that needs to go right here in these trees versus the piece that needs to go out here near the water. So I guess they didn't want to make it a jigsaw puzzle, so they just made all the backs the same. But in that case, why put like a beautiful little art diagram on the back anyway, you know? That's kind of what I would say. All right, this is very tedious. I was not expecting this to be this tedious. And how long are we in this video so far? We're 33 minutes in, and I'm still unboxing the base game stuff. I suppose I moved on to like the things that were taped onto my base game, but still. Oh, also, yes, for those who are watching, if you are wanting to just kind of skip to the thing you want to see, I will put timestamps and bookmarks on the video, so go ahead and check out those timestamps so you can skip to the section that you want to see. I will be very diligent about skipping over these particular sections unless you want to be here for the ride. In that case, welcome to this long format video. And as a side note, I am a huge fan of long format videos, which is why I like to make long format videos. So my apologies ahead of time for those who hate long format videos and just want a 5-minute, what is this game about? That is not what this video is going to be, clearly. All right, they gave me 3 extras of these. So here we are, we got this all set up, and I'm just gonna put this first one in, see what it does. Oh, this doesn't feel good. Am I just supposed to slide this piece of paper in? That feels like, can I have like a backer board or something? Ugh, that doesn't feel good at all. I mean, it works. It works, it's functional. You didn't see me struggling here off camera, but I guess. And it gives you the board here, so we'll zoom in a little bit so we can see here. Oh, that's a little bit too much. Sure, that's fine, we'll work with it. So here you have the goal, kill giant plant, peak, E3, start, G1, Greek fire, C7, and then it says at least 3 of each terrain, start game with 1 fire. extra rule. Yeah, this is, sure. I have no clue what I'm looking at. I have no clue what these rules mean, but it's pretty cool because as you, well, let's see. Oh, I see those are grid. Oh, that's pretty clever. So there's G, A through G here on the outer side, and then 1 through 7 down here. So it says start G1. So I'm assuming we start here. That means we get to reveal it. I don't know if that means. All right, well, I just spoiled it for you guys, my bad. But that's a pretty cool system. Like that's really neat. Like it has like the little like you know, pull up the pieces thing there, and you see that. And it says peak is E3. So E3, this is peak. What does that mean? I have no clue. And then in Greek fire is C7. So if I go to C, and then I go to 7, this is the Greek fire. Oh, this is more rules here. Once 3 search cards exhausted and Greek fire obtained, cover any requirement on the back of search cards with remaining crew tokens. Discard the visible requirement to kill giant plant. I have no clue what's going on. All right, so we're gonna move on. This is not the video for me to learn how to play the game. Like I said, I just kind of want to see how this whole number worked out. I do not like the way the sheets are going in. Maybe there's supposed to be a better way the sheets are supposed to go in. I do like this little lip here. It's on both sides. So it's on the front and it's on the back to where you can actually reach in and just grab the paper like that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's what all this was. So pretty cool idea. We're going to toss this in the flora and fauna boxes. So this is 2 flora and 3 fauna is what that sheet had for me. What's the difference between all these things? I have, again, 0 clue. I will check the Board Game Geek forums for more information later. No, I might have just put duplicates in there, but I'll put them in the back so I know that the back is the new stuff. Wait. I thought I had flora and fauna. Oh no, here it is. Yeah. So this first one is just a training mission, I see. And the next one is fauna. Okay, there we go. All right, understood. All right. So this is the fauna, and then the other one's the flora. Oh, other one's the flora. I am kind of looking forward to playing this game. Like, it sounded pretty cool, the little mission structure that I was looking at. Again, I have no clue what it means, but it's going to be a thing you're going to hear me say a lot during this entire video, because this is an unboxing. I'm not meant to know how the game works yet. Okay, let's put these away so we can make space for finally getting into the next expansion. Jeez, man. This CulBlu guy just taking his sweet time. I'm not speed running, slowly walking here. Put the gold coin in there and put the box back on there. And at the end, once I do finally finish opening all these, maybe at, you know, the 90-minute mark, I say jokingly, I will try to see if I can fit everything in the base game box. So this one is the Core Discovery Insecta Expansion. This is the first expansion out of the 4. Again, the 4th one I don't have, but according to Board Game Geek, this is the first one. So where's my tiny scissors? There we are, thank you. And we'll just stab right there. All right, I should get some actual tiny scissors. Those are not really tiny scissors. Those are, I guess, fingernail clippers. So that's what those are. Whoops. All right. So we have this, and oh, I see. It's slotted right there. Cool. Insecta Expansion 1. Nice little opening. Nice paper. I think this is a reasonable way to do paper storage or paper transportation. Some board games have gotten into the realm of like, we want to use the least amount of plastic we can, and we want to use paper, and we'll be environmentally conscious, environmentally friendly. That's fine, but just make sure your storage stuff is not bad, not trash. I mean, this is barely passable. I say barely passable because like I can still put this on my shelf if I wanted to. I probably won't. I'll probably just maybe. I don't want to throw it away because it's a part of the expansion, but still, whatever. All right, so get all the contents out of there. And we got some more cards, some threat cards. We got some more Destiny cards. And this is Expansion 1, Insecta. As the corpsmen sweep aside the thick undergrowth to clear a path through the forest, buzzing fills the air and the sky darkens. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of that. Bugs, insects, malaria. Yay, malaria. Oh, this is the rule sheet, I see. Okay, our rules pamphlet. Cool. Thank you, rules pamphlet. Insecta, this is similar to the one, similar to the ones that we saw previously for the flora and fauna. They're double-sided with the same information on both sides. It looks like. Yeah, just double-sided with same information on both sides. We got ourselves a nice little envelope that holds all of our sheets. So same ordeal we saw with the other one. Ooh, and we got some more cardboard. All right, let's see if these cardboards are better punched out. Man, that was a sentence that I said. All right, nope. Oh, that one passed. I think it's because it's a huge piece. And I feel like, no, I was gonna say, I feel like this one's given. It's not given. Well, it gave a little bit. You can see there, it's like a little bit coming out. Let's see at the other side. Looks like the die cut's pretty good on this one, for this piece at least. And these are insect tokens. They are very pointy, so let's be careful with those ones, of course. And some more hints, tips, and tricks that nobody asked for. When you are punching out your stuff, it is a good idea to try to like push in the opposite direction of where the paper is. So in this case, I'm not trying to push like in order to tear this side, I'm trying to push this way, as in like down and out. It's so in my mind it makes sense. Explaining it, the words are not being found, so I'll just give up. But what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to tear away from the paper. That way, if it does have a tear out, it's going to tear like that, as opposed to tearing like I guess this and potentially ripping. I don't know. Again, it makes sense in my head. I don't know if I can use the proper words for it. A lot of wasted space over here. I mean, we got some cool art, but this is going to go straight in the trash can, so it makes me feel a little bit sad. That's just wasted space there. Okay, so this is the Insecta Expansion. Again, they gave me nothing to store things in, so they expect me to just kind of throw it in the box and let it fly around. It's a little bit of a controversial opinion, but I'm actually not that offended when a board game manufacturer does not put an insert inside of a box, mostly because I am predisposed to try to find my own custom storage solution anyway. So that's the reason why I personally am not that offended. I will say for others who don't have that much emphasis on storage, or maybe who don't have their own plastic bags lying around, like I have so many plastic bags that I can use if I want to. I have different token silos and things I can use, that it's usually not that much of an issue for me personally. But I know that I'm not the rule, I'm the exception. So I do think that developers should put some thought into how they package their games and how they store, so people can kind of easily get it to the table without having to buy an insert. But also, I do acknowledge and understand that I'm a little bit extreme with my own storage solutions sometimes. Okay, cool. Next expansion. This one is the Vameter. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it came with these tokens, which look pretty cool. I'm just gonna open up these and we will get oh, this looks like a Sasquatch? A bat squatch? Is it a bat? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Right, we'll zoom all the way in here. Oh, that's not in focus. Why is that not in focus? You had one job, just be in focus. There we go. All right, so that's the Vameter, Vameters. I don't know. It looks like a bird thing. Maybe this wasn't attached to that one. I don't know which one this was attached to. It was attached to one of the expansions, or maybe it was attached to the base game. I don't know. The same on both sides. Screen printed as well here. So let me go ahead and zoom back out to our main view. So switch, and All right, here we go. Opening up the next one. Oh, free candy. Please don't eat that. All right, tiny scissors. Open this up. There we go. And unboxing. All right, more plastic. Opens up the same way. Pretty art as well. Gruesome looking. You know, very, very scary looking. Seems like these two are chasing the bat person down. Get him. Get that Vameter. And, ooh, that looks bad. Oh, you might want to get that checked out. Wow, that looks rough. Again, the artwork is pretty good. That's very convincing of that being a very nasty bite there, or cut. I will zoom in here. Look at that. Oh, that looks so bad. Let's say F-O-Z-R-O-N. Fozron? Am I pronouncing that right? Or is that supposed to be an E? Is it Fezron? I don't know. I can't tell if that's an E or O. I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble with the English language right now. Oh, okay, yeah. This looks like these are the vampire person. I'm assuming the Vameter is like a vampire thing. We got some more cards here. And these say Destiny. And then we'll zoom back out to our main view here. Okay. And there we go. So we got the rule sheets here. Same thing. It tells us all the tokens. Okay, yeah. So these are the Fezron. Okay, these are Fezron. So these are Fezron, and man, the Fezron leaves a bite like that. Ugh, that is terrifying. That is very terrifying. Fezron tokens, health tokens, Cyclops tokens, 1 Vameter token, 4 Vameter move tokens. So maybe some hidden movement stuff going on. Have to chase him down and kill him with the axe. Sheets, same ordeal. Sheets that are double-sided, so not really much to see here. They're the same, 2 sheets with the same things on both sides. And then over here we got, again, our sleeve that holds all of our pages here that we will use for our game, for our playthrough. Looks like I got a ton of stuff to play through if I ever want to play through all this. Maybe I'll do a series on playing through this one, I don't know. Again, a lot of wasted space here. I'm a little sad about that because it's like you could have, you know, had a lot of extra little pieces in here, but I guess you only need the pieces you need. So I guess, I don't know. There we go. All right, those were a little rough to tear out, but looks like they tore out pretty well. And there we go, the Vameter, and then these hearts. Oh no, these hearts might be a problem. Oof, that is touchy there. Oh, I tore it backwards. No, don't do that. Oh, okay. All right, we did it. We saved the hearts. These are tiny. Why are these so small? I don't understand why they made these so small. Maybe they have to go in the little, or on the little token. I don't know. These are super tiny. Relative to the rest of the cardboard in these games so far, those are super tiny, and I don't know what to do with that. The artwork that's here looks like it's the same on both. Oh, on all 3. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Looks like it's the same on all of them. It's like a little swan or bird, some sort. Yes, it's the same. Well, is it the same? Yep, it's the same. It's the same background here for all the punch boards. So for this one, the base game one is taller, but the rest of these are the same. Same on the side too. So for the base game, it's the same on both sides. For the expansions, it looks like it's the same on both sides. I think it's a heron. Is that the name of that bird? Okay. I just wanted to see what that was all about. All right, cool. More stuff here for the Vameter expansion. So we got their stuff all done and dealt with. I'm gonna have such a fun time storing all this. And then we get over to our last one. Our last but not least, the core of Discovery, the Mandalorian expansion. No, that's the Maldonado Maldonado? Maldonado. The way things are written are giving me a little bit of trouble, but I never proclaimed to be good at pronouncing things. Sometimes I've only heard of words and never seen them written, so that's how life goes. Remember, it's not about the fact that you made a mistake. It's about the fact that you acknowledge you made a mistake and you do things to try to improve the thing. You do things to kind of improve the behavior. That's my radical thought for the day. Being a better person. Who'd have thought? All right, this is, like I said, this is the last one. So, oh, a ton of cards in this one. Jeez. There's Make Poultice, Calm Fever. All right, and then there's there's characters here. There's Crew, Ethan. There's like some like different colors on the corner here. These are threat cards. I have no clue what these cards are and do. Actually, I just remember I need to open up one of these so I can see the quality of the cards. I'll probably default to sleeving everything anyway, but it's always good to know if the card quality is reasonable. I mean, the cards feel sufficient, if that makes sense. They feel sufficiently prominent. I don't know, I'm losing words here. But they don't have like any coding or anything. That's a little disappointing. And I will definitely be sleeving these. Oh, I don't want to shelf that. I'll definitely be sleeving these. But they feel okay. Like these feel like reasonable cards. Do they have black borders? They do not have black borders, so that's pretty good. All right, cool. Sad it took this long for me to open up one of these decks of cards to see what the card quality felt like. All right, let's get the rest of the stuff out of this box. Expansion 3, Maldonado. No, Maldonado. There we go. So had sounded out. Had to slow down, sound it out, use my phonics. All right. So going into what we're looking at here. So it says Maldonado, the specter of a long dead Spanish conquistador, is attempting to influence the core discovery and turn them away from their mission. Using insidious whispers from beyond the grave, he has turned someone traitor, and is using them as a tool to destroy the core from the inside. Okay, so it looks like we might have some like hidden enemy stuff. This is 5 crew member cards, identity cards, loyalist. Yep, 1 traitor, 3 loyalist cards, 1 traitor card. Yep, so we got traitor situation. More stuff in here. Cool. I'm excited to see how this one might play solo. All right, so that's our little rule sheet there. Similar fare with the pages. These are double-sided. Oh, nope, these are not double-sided. Oh, sorry, they are double-sided, but they're not different. Or sorry, they are different because one side says hidden traitor, one side says cooperative. Is it just the rules that are different? Yeah, so cooperative, save all crew. Hidden traitor says kill/save crew, and it looks like everything else is the same, just your goal is different. I wonder if any of the other stuff is different. No, it's all the same. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, oh no, get back in there. All right, so this is the little folder with all the sheets, with all the maps inside of them. Cool. Same affair with the paper stuff going on in there. And we got a nice giant board, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Take up that space. Take up that space. Although this might be a little bit annoying having a giant cardboard token there. So we'll see if this falls out. I feel like it's already falling out. So it is in the big piece there. Yeah, boom, perfect. Look at that. Die cuts, gotta love them. And looks like we got some more stuff here. We got yellow, red, purple, and blue. We got some, I'm assuming this is, what's his name again? Maldonado, or Maldonado? I don't know. It says Spanish conquistador, so I'm assuming that that's supposed to be pronounced a specific way. I'll Google it here in a second. Oh man, these feel rough. All right. Yeah, that didn't feel too good. Punching those pieces out. Ugh. Putting in effort to make sure I don't tear anything. Right, these popped out pretty nice. And yeah, for some reason these ones felt like they punched out not as good. The rest of these feel like they're punching out pretty good. All right. And that is it for that one. Okay, so we have made it to the end, not of the video, but to the end of me finally unboxing things. I'm glad to see it takes me 55 minutes to open up boxes of board games. Of course, I'm ranting and rambling here this whole time, but we are going to do the next big part, which is to see if we can fit it all in the original base game box. I will need to figure out a token storage solution. I don't know if I'll figure that out here on the camera. I guess I'll give it an attempt. No promises here that I'll be successful though. Oh, whoops. Okay, get all this out of the way. It's in my way. All right, here we go. Cool. So here's the base game. Oh, that's heavy. Here's the base game box. And there's the Mandalorian, as I like to call him. And we're gonna open this up. Man, this is hefty. It's a lot of stuff in there. It's chock full. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and just see if I can put all the sheets in there or put everything in there. Just kind of haphazardly throw it in there. They did give me an empty box. And if it started as an empty box, it should end as an empty box, right? I think I might need a deck box too. Oh man. The storage for this game is probably gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm gonna complain the whole time. All right, here's all the small cards, including the base game and the expansions. So in all, you have this many cards. Again, I think some of these cards are correction cards, but not a ton of cards, relatively speaking. Oh, I lied. Maybe you do have a ton of cards because I have the base games cards in here. So this is all the expansion stuff. All right, looks like I just fibbed. Can I fit this deck box there? Oh, I moved it. Shoot. All right, let me go get some stuff here. One moment. I'm gonna go see if I can get my storage thing that I think might work for this game because the box is long enough. And oh, do I not have any more of these containers? Shoot. I need to buy more storage solutions. Clearly slacking on my job here. All right, where are these things? Where did I put them? I feel like I just saw them. Oh, they're in the closet. Oh, there's the Ultra Bro. Nice. All right, I found one thing and I found another thing. I'm getting this other thing here. All right. Boom. Bam. There we go. Okay. All right. And we're back. We're back. I should probably not go on so many walking adventures while I'm recording a video, but you know, ADHD is gonna ADHD. So these are, yeah, oh, these would be perfect. Yeah, perfect. Because like I have all the boards in here and all I need to do is just put the pieces in there and I can fit 3 of these, maybe. No, 2 of these. 3 is a little bit ambitious and that'll be perfect. There's gonna be some box lift though. Not looking forward to that, but these are the unique trays. And there's a few different options that I have here. So I can just use these 4 ones instead, and they stack, which is pretty nice. This video is not sponsored, I promise. And one of these days I will be sponsored by a video and I'll say that and I'll be like, oh no, that's a lie, that's a lie. This video is sponsored. This one is not sponsored though. But yeah, this could work. This could work pretty good. So out with this, in with this. Now the question is, will I be able to put my cards in there too? The unique tray, they do make card ones as well. So you can just kind of put cards stacked in there, but I think the card ones are taller and that is a potential problem. So we'll see. Yeah, so this will fit sleeve cards, and that'll be like that, okay? Now my main concern is these pieces. These pieces are nice and thick, and they do take up a good bit of space, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. So let me flip this over. I just want to see if they fit in here first. No, they don't. All right, can I use these two trays? The goal is to try to fit everything in there in like a way that makes sense and it's not too chaotic, but it looks like we are choosing chaos here. So I can use all 4 of these. This feels not good. That doesn't feel good. You know, earlier I joked about this being a 90-minute video. We're actually on track to be a 90-minute video. I'm persistent, I'm stubborn. There we go. Got more pieces. We got a lot more pieces to deal with, and this is where my concerns are coming in, because this is just the base game stuff, and I have not sleeved the card, so I'll need at least 2 of these, and then I won't have space for everything else, and that's going to be a problem. As it stands out, that's going to be a problem. So I can try to use these ones instead. These ones hold grid. This is for like holding grid pieces and stuff. And I can try to use these instead, but I feel like I'm gonna have the same space issue. Because again, these pieces are nice and chunky and they're circles. So I'm not really saving space by doing this. All I'm doing is I'm eliminating the card section here. And I still gotta deal with the rest of the pieces. However, if I, well, yeah, no, this is taking up more space now. Can I fit this in 2 of these? No, I can fit it in 6 of these then. Assuming that these are split half perfectly. Maybe this will work. No, this is not. All right, I am doubtful right now because I don't know if the top will close on this. And I also still need to put the rest of the pieces in there. So let's go and see if the top fits first. All right, so the top does fit on there. It does fit on there, so those pieces are held. Okay, so that works. Next up is going to be these pieces. So what I wanted to use the trays here for were these pieces, because I feel like I have to search for certain ones. And then I can use this here. Oh, actually, I can put these water pieces here, right? Because they're all the same. They just have a question mark on the back. So I can reach in there for those, I mean. And then I can put the wooden pieces here. All right, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I can put these red pieces there. Oh man, I'm running out of storage spots. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. How about this here? I kind of don't want to put other pieces over here because when I set up the game, if I need all of these except for 3, I'm gonna have to pour all these out. And it's much easier to kind of reach in here and pull pieces out of this than it is to kind of reach in here and pull pieces out of this. Like this is, it's not the end of the world, but it's a little bit more of a struggle than reaching out for here. So I'm conflicted because I want to kind of put the game pieces that you'll be playing with like in this. So it kind of sits in front of you. You got your cards you draw from as you go. I'm assuming you draw cards. And then you got your pieces here, and it's taking advantage of all the different slots and spaces you have. Whereas if I were to put these pieces over here in this one, it's not as elegant. It's just not as elegant. I'll have a much better idea of how things may need to be organized or rearranged once I actually play the game. That's the thing I say every single time I can, but I'm gonna put fire over here, water over there, and then we can put the TPs, what is this? Sure, we'll throw these in there. I have no clue what's needed for what, so that's good enough. probably people who played the game a lot, and maybe for some reason they watch this video this long. Thank you for watching this video if you're still watching the video. I don't want to just discourage you from continuing to watch the video. But there's probably some people who played the game already a few times, and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you desecrating my beautiful board game like that? All right, can these fit in here? 1 second. I see. Sorry. I gotta do send a message here real fast. But while I'm ranting and rambling about all that, it looks like I might just barely be able to fit everything in there, except for the small cards and the normal cards. So this is almost serviceable. I think I kind of want to stick with it because it fits in well to where I can put all these pieces at the bottom of everything. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. Because then I still need to put the rest of the expansion stuff, which really I need just one more of these trays. And I feel like this tray would be perfect to fit everything. So what if I put all these pieces, because I know that I'm going to need these every single game. Or at least I assume, I should say. I can't say I know. What if I put these in like a drawstring bag? I got a drawstring bag, right? Yeah, I got a drawstring bag. Hold on. Let me respond to this message here. Yes, that's correct. Should be able. Okay. Okay. All right. Continuing on with what I was doing here. So we're going to put these in a bag. I do not have a bag that is... This might work. This feels too small. This might be too small. There's a lot of these pieces. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. That's right. You all come here. You come here for the unboxing, but you stay for the storage solutions, right? All right. Okay, that works. All right. I was doubtful, but that fits. So I keep all these inside of here, right? And then that frees up this for the expansion stuff. So what I want to do is I want the base game stuff to all go in here, minus the cards. So these cards I'm gonna have to find a better solution for, because I might be able to fit the gear cards once they're all sleeved in here, because the sleeves will basically double the size. The threat cards and these cards, they might have to go somewhere else. They'll definitely have to go somewhere else. So we'll find out what our solution is there. Let's go and try to put our expansion stuff in. So I just want to keep everything separate. That'll make it easier to kind of assemble the pieces that I need for each game, even though I know that these are associated with that expansion for now. And we got a whole bunch of cards and stuff. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a nightmare. This is more pieces. Okay, and then we just, oh, here's our little chunky boy, chunky pal, if you will. And then we put these away. Okay, and I'm just gonna put all the player colors in one thing because I'm full of chaos here apparently. Oh, go now. Calm down there. Okay, that works. This is good. Then this goes here. Then these go there. Boom. Okay, and can I put this in here? Oh wow. Okay, I was as a meme, I was gonna put this like, can this fit? Can it fit? And it's like, yeah, it fits. Not as a meme, as a joke. I don't know why I said meme. Okay, all right. I feel like there's a lot of wasted space in there, so I might be able to even consolidate pieces, although they're part of different expansions. So that is this. Now, question. Could I use this to store all of these things? I think the answer is no, because there's going to be the cards here, and these cards, once I sleeve everything, I'm definitely not going to have enough storage space for the cards, the big cards, and the small cards are, you know, oh man, you know, might as well give up at that point. So I think Unique Trade, they do have, if you find them, they do have separate ones that hold cards, Euro-sized cards or smaller-sized cards, and also ones that hold bigger cards. But my suspicion, actually, let me check. I was gonna say, my suspicion is that this will not fit cards. Oh. I mean, it does fit cards, but it doesn't, this is not, I don't like that. So if it fit these cards, once I sleeve these cards, it will not fit them though. So that is a no-go. They're clearly not designed for cards, these little wells here, because they don't have the little nub here. These nubs here are for making it a little bit easier to kind of pick up the cards, because you can kind of press on one side, pick up the cards from the other side. I'm just checking here. Yeah, once I sleeve those, I'll be perfect. So I can kind of get the cards. Do I need to do? All right. The goal is to try to get it all in the box with as minimal box lift as possible. If I take away the minimal box lift as possible part, what I could do is I could use a second one of these, or I could just use no. Well, can I fit two of these in there? No, I can only fit one of these. Shoot. Oh, you know what? I have these. I have these. Oh man, jeez. Completely forgot I have more tools in my tool belt than I thought. All right. So let's go ahead and do that, right? And then we got all this space over here left, and all this space over here can actually fit these. Actually, can I just fit these? Oh, perfect. And I can fit a deck box. So I can just fit a normal deck box. This actually might be perfect because I can fit the cards in there. And if I put the cards in the deck boxes, then will this fit side by side is the question. That's the killer for me. So that's not working out. Oh, what if I do this? No, it's a square box. I don't know why I thought that would work. Ah, so close, so close. Okay, so I can use these ones instead. Not that one. I can use these ones instead. Really? Okay. Maybe I can use this one. No, not that one. Yeah, these are I have low profile ones of these, so this will fit. Yeah, that'll be perfect. So I can put the cards inside of these. I have a number of those ones, and I have some low profile ones as well. So these ones are for sleeves. These ones are not. Actually, do these sleeves ones fit? Oh, boo. I mean, they'll fit if I push it in there, but I don't want to. What is it button up against? Just the cardboard board that's in there, the main play board. The limit. Oh, no, making a mess over here. All right, so the unique tray stuff works for this, and that's fine. I'm happy with that. These will work. A stack of 2, not a stack of 3. The sleeved ones, the ones that are sized for sleeves, these will not work, at least down at the bottom. Maybe they will, if I just order it correctly. Okay, yeah, that works. I mean, it's still a little bit of snug fit. So what's happening is like the box is getting in there, it's kind of pushing a little bit on the bottom, but that's okay. As long as it's not pushing up against tearing up stuff, I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's like a nice little snug fit in there. Then I got a little space here that I can put something. I don't know if I have any more jukebox. Oh, jeez. So I could also fit more cards if I get slim ones. I have slim ones. I don't know where they are. Or at least I haven't found them. I guess they're in here, but I just haven't found them yet. I have slim one of these that I can fit here, and the slim ones can be good because then I can fit more cards and store more pieces and stuff. Because again, the dilemma that we have right now is that I have to sleeve, or I'm going to sleeve all these cards, and I need to also store them in the box. So I think each of these can hold about 48 cards max, and I don't know how many cards are here, but if I had to guess, I would say maybe with the normal size cards, I have maybe about, this feels like about maybe 70 cards. That might be an overestimate, but 70 cards means I need at least 2 of these for this. And then these smaller cards, these are gonna be a little bit of a grab bag of stuff. I don't know how many are here, but I basically have to sleeve all of them. Man, where's the box? Oh, where's the box, I say as I look at the box. That is that part. So, where's the rule book? Oh, it's under here. You know, maybe it's not a good idea to put all the rule sheets at the bottom here. So it says we got 5 challenge cards, 1 character card, 5 threat cards, gear cards, and Vameter cards. Altogether, this is 5, 6, 11, 13, 14. So 14 normal size cards. Okay, so it's not a billion cards. It'll be doable. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna finish that part off stream because I don't feel like finding my sleeves right now. Oh, I gotta put this in there. Oh, and I gotta put this in there. And I gotta put this in there. So we're just gonna assume that this is gonna call it good. That this is gonna be sufficient. I can put a second sleeved one here. So this gives me storage for, what is that, 200 cards? Roughly, not roughly, but about 200 cards. The deck box unfortunately won't work because it's encroaching upon the easement a little bit too much, if you will. And in that little spot there, I can put the coin, and then the bits and pieces, the little ash and trash, as they say. And oh, I can put that there. All right. So I think that works for a storage solution. We got box lift. We got box lift, but you know what? We were able to fit it all in the same box. I feel like we've accomplished quite a bit. Again, I still have to sleeve these cards, and I'm going to sleeve those off recording here. So I'm not going to record me sleeving them because that'll be just as boring as watching me do the whole storage solution to begin with. But I am very excited to see that I was able to fit everything in there, and I do have confidence that I have enough storage in there to fit things. Now, there is a whole nother expansion that I don't have, and I am going to acquire that eventually. So I feel like my solution might be not long term. If I were to get too many pieces to put everywhere, I might throw these pieces here in a bag, like this one, and then try to use this space for something else. I could also use a second one of these, so just 2 of these to hold pieces for everything, and then have all the cards inside of these, since these can fit over to the side. And that could work out, but I really want to try to take advantage of the fact that this has a nice little card sleeve in, or card spot in here, because if you look at it, like these wells are not full. They're not filled to the brim with pieces, so I don't want to waste space that way. So, I don't know. We got a little bit of a challenge on our hands to try to get everything fully stored in an ideal way, but there we go. That's how you turn an unboxing into a let's talk about storage efficiency situation. So yeah, that's it. I'm glad I get to use unique tray things though, because I can't always use them because they're very long, and sometimes they're a little bit too thick. So they don't fit in a ton of boxes, but this box is almost perfect. I do know there's a deluxe edition box that exists for this one, and the box is bigger. I don't know if there's bigger components that fit in it too. Maybe it's letting you put all the expansions in their sheets, in their sleeves inside the box. I don't know, but I can live with this amount of box lift. I mean, this is relative to the size of the box. This is about a fourth of the game box's worth of box lift, and that's a little bit horrific. But ultimately, everything fits in the same box. I got everything in one spot. I will be able to sleeve everything, and all my pieces are there for me to kind of quickly, or somewhat quickly, find out what I need, and get the game going. So that's good enough for me. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video here. Yes, this video did go a little bit long as always, but hey, I'm a huge fan of long format videos. I did make a joke earlier. I was like, haha, let's turn this 30-minute video into a 90-minute video. I was joking, I promise. I was not intending to make this a 90-minute video, but as you can see, our storage solution started storaging, and I was like, oh, wait, let me keep going, hold up, let them cook. And this is where we ended up at. So thank you all very much for watching. I look forward to learning this game. I look forward to kind of trying to get a feel for this game, and I'm really hoping that the solo experience is such that I will have a fun, grand, and phenomenal time. Just doing the adventures, doing the things, trying to achieve the challenges. I'm hoping that this will fit in the same place that I really wanted to put Final Girl, but Final Girl was not able to scratch the itch because of a little bit too much chaos for me personally. This one might be a little bit less chaos given the fact that you're doing logic puzzles. We'll see. It has a lot of variety in the game, and if each sheet is a different level, I feel like I have a ton of different levels to go through, so I might have bitten off more than I can chew. If you see this as a video series in the future, just know that I've enjoyed the game and I just want to enjoy it more, or maybe I just want to explore the game or evaluate it. You know, you may see more videos, you may not see more videos, I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope this is informative, hope this is enjoyable. I hope you get your own copy of Core of Discovery, or Corpse of Discovery, Core Discovery, a game set in the world of Manifest Destiny. And yeah, I'm excited, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.